Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Funky Hellboy and you're watching Final Exam Early Access First Impressions. Now this isn't a review or anything, this is just my impressions while playing the game Final Exam. Enjoy. And no, food does not heal you all the way, so you can't just use food like when you're 1%. So definitely you do have to actually think about when you need your food and when you don't. So you actually do need to strategize with your team on how you're actually going to do this. And you don't see that much in beat 'em up games. You don't see actual strategy being put forward or stuff like this right here. You don't see too much of that in beat 'em up games. Now, the last beat 'em up game I actually really liked was Scott Pilgrim. And I really liked that game because of the level up system. But it did just get boring once you leveled up all the way. And luckily here, the game does stack in difficulty. The game does stack in difficulty because of if you play with more characters, you actually have harder difficulty playing against them. So it's really nice how the difficulty stacks. So if you're playing with 4, don't expect to have, easy mode still be easy. It'll still be a little bit challenging enough for your 4 players. So you won't be able to just breeze through, just trying to get all the unlockables. You'll actually still have a challenge. And yes, your characters do level up in this game. I will say that. And yes, they are actually leveled. Your combos actually are one of the ways that your characters level up. So the way that you combo and your cooler combos and your just longer combos, those will gain you more experience points than just having a simple 1-2-3 combo over and over again. And that's probably why I'm not leveled that much, because I use the down attack a lot. But I do like taking him to the sky. So you do feel progression in this game, and that's really important to make standing power in this game. Now, levels do not transfer from character to character, I believe. No, they do not. So, the thing is, if you're finished leveling up one character and you just feel like the game's not that fun anymore because your character is just so leveled up, it's just not even worth doing anything anymore. You can reset the character if you want. If you really like the character and only like that character, but you still want to have more challenge, you can reset the character. Or, you can actually just pick another character. I know it sounds simple, but it's really nice having those different varieties of ways to play. That's one thing I didn't really like about Scott Pilgrim. Everybody felt practically the same. Sure, they had some different moves, but everybody just felt not too different in Scott Pilgrim. But in this game, I really feel like the characters are different. They all have their best things that they're good at. Like the guy I'm playing, I think you can tell is the melee hero, jock, tank. You see, this is much different. This is, right here, this part, you're really going to have to strategize on where you're attacking and how you're going to attack. You have to get out of the way. A lot of moves, and yes, it does get a lot harder the further you go. And yes, the zombies do die from it too. So you also have to think, if I'm taking this zombie into the air, I might be saving him from that, so I should spike him down before that thing comes, and then it hurts them. Ah, man, it takes off a lot of life. This game is not forgiving. You do have invincibility when you are hit, so it is really nice about that. Oh. Yeah, I'm not doing well. Oh, jeez. Oh. And yes, you can shoot your gun too. Combo system in this... Combo system in this game is really cool. You know what I do need to try? Oh, jeez. Every single time. Every single time I try to commentate, I always get hit. Okay. Okay, I think we're almost at the end. Getting really hard right now. Jump. I think you guys saw that. So yeah, the levels in this game just don't feel like, you know, you're just scrolling straight to the side. You go up, you go down. You do a lot of things in this game. And I think this part of the stage really shows it. The levels in this game are very dynamic. Here's another thing. A new objective. And then this one, you actually grab boxes of nitro, which, you know, you might be thinking of Crash Bandicoot when you hear that. Boxes of nitro. And you try and bring it all the way over to the tank. And yes, that's what it's about. Left 4 Dead, you know. So you bring it all the way over to the tank, and it seems like there isn't much of a problem, but now it's gonna get... Oh, wow. Wow, I didn't really expect that. Huh. Last time I did this with 3 people, it was much harder getting it over. Well, I guess that's the thing about playing with 3 other people. It's just more people, more fun. Now we gotta go against the tank. The boss of the stage. Luckily, we saved all of our grenades, so we can do a ton of damage on it. And I saved my special ability, so I can do this. You see how the tank is taking less damage from guns because of that rocket shell. And yes, we're not only fighting against the tank, we're fighting against all these dudes. And I'm gonna see if I can get the last hit, and I think I did. So I feel really good about that. Okay, and that is Final Exam, guys. I really hope you liked it. It's just the first book. It's really fun. And if you guys are ever thinking about getting this game, it's on Steam. I'm pretty sure you can get early access right now, but if you can't, definitely pre-order this game. It's really fun. And look, I just got 2 special points because of my combo and my max score. You get more score the more that you help your team. You can actually get negative scores if you actually don't help your team at all and you just die a whole bunch. That doesn't mean you're going to level up like worse. That just means the score is just subtracted from your points total. So it is really fun, and yes, there are difficulty multipliers and time multipliers. That was 14 minutes. So, it's really fun having this game, really fun playing it. And yes, it shows you how many objects are in the level, how many weapons are found, and if you even completed your mission. So, it's really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this game, and I hope doing stuff like this in the future. See you guys later. Hey guys, what's going on? And today, this isn't Skullgirls. This is a much different game. This is Final Exam. In Final Exam, you play as 4 different characters with completely different styles. It's a side-scroller beat-em-up game, but with a twist. You do objectives around the map. So, it's actually really cool. And yes, there is a lot of upgradable abilities, things to unlock, stages to explore. It's definitely, there's nothing like it right now. I mean, I'm sure there's something like it, but nothing quite like it. Like, look, we were supposed to go to the security room, but we can't go there because an alarm is on. So now we get a whole nother mission. My friend gets a mission all the way over there, and we can both either stick together, or we can go apart and try and finish the mission faster. So we decide that we should actually go apart. So I'm actually going to disarm, and you see right there, that's a collectible. You don't need to get it in the game, but if you get it, you get something. I don't know yet, but you do get something. And like Left 4 Dead, there are like hordes. So every once in a while, you'll be attacked by a horde. It isn't always horde, like, like specific locations that you get there. There are specific locations where hordes are activated, but sometimes you are just attacked by a horde for no reason. You see right now, we're gonna try and open this up, but we get a horde. This is a horde specific location. And yeah, if you see, sometimes you get to be in the air. There is melee and long-range combat in this game. And yes, there are special moves. Once I get my special move, I will show you what it is. Now, this isn't going to be a review. This is just a first glance about the game. I just got the game today, so I don't really have too much to say, except for it is really fun. I can say that the down attack is pretty overpowered. There we go, special attack. And for this guy, he uses his American football skills to just tackle into people over and over again for damage. And yes, I could have gone up that elevator. And if you don't like melee, there are characters that specialize in a lot of other things. Explosives, long range, you know, stuff like that. So it's all well and good, just having fun with the game. So you will find a character that you will like. It isn't all just clones over and over again of the same character. And yes, the levels are really, like, big. And the loading times in this game, well, they're non-existent. It doesn't really load at all. Except for, you know, when it starts up the game. But the levels here are very good. See, look, approaching pack, it's gonna get wild. But the thing is, I can't speak for all levels, because in this beta, there is only one level that you can use. And you see, I just love using that one technique of just smashing them down. Definitely, there are varied amounts of enemies. Right now, I can only find that there's the dog enemies, then there's the human-like enemies, and then there's the, well, I'll show you that one later. That one's a special one. Oh, looks like we get fall damage. And there's secret crates like this, and look, a machete. Now I got a machete to use. And it's not a one-time thing. You actually get to keep the machete on your character for good. So it's definitely worth it just exploring the vast levels, like when it's a release. The release date is in November. You see, I went up here because I already know. Once you went down to the generator, you have to pick up the gas cans everywhere. Whoa! This machete is much better than my bat nails. I don't think you can upgrade your weapons, though. Which is a shame. The combo system in this game is really rewarding, and if you see down here, where my mouse is, you can see that there are combos in the game, so it isn't just punch, 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 and they'll just take it. Of course, they'll still take it, punch, 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 stuff like that. But it does sometimes require strategy. Like, you'll see later on how you really do need to strategize your attacks. I don't want to give too many things away. If you see right here, I'm hurting. And no, there isn't recoverable health. It's old school. So you have to collect health power-ups. And the nice thing is, if you collect a health power-up and you don't need it, you can actually keep it on your hotbar. You see the food up there in the corner? Here, I'll show you once I'm done. Whoa! You gotta use it now. See right here? Food. Press C, and I'm all healed. Now, yes, there are only a limited number of food in each level. It doesn't respawn, so you're never going to have, you know, somebody go back and forth between a room over and over again just trying to get food. You see food right there. I would use it, but I think my teammate needs it more, because I already have food. And yeah, you can hurt enemies by throwing stuff at them, because you saw that. By throwing the gas can, I actually did hurt him. There's only one thing that we need left, and that is just one last gas can. The controls in this game is really fluid. I feel like the game is made for a controller, because at the start screen it does show controller controls, but for keyboard and mouse, it's really fluid. And no, it isn't just, and the enemies here are very, you know, they come. They don't like just wait until a horde until they come, which I hate when games do that, where it's just like, oh, here's, you know, a horde of enemies, have fun. And, you know, you have fun doing it, but then just right after, it's just boring, and it's just nothing's going on. So enemies will come in and out a lot in this game. So it is really nice having that stuff. See, like right now I can hear that there's enemies behind us because my partner probably attracted some. Oh, there's some enemies. I'm gonna have some fun with these guys. I'm gonna pick this one up. I'm gonna throw it at a wall. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do with the enemies, so if you just like torturing your enemies in games, you're gonna have a lot of fun in this. So it isn't just having a same 3 combo system, and that's the only way you can kill enemies. It might be satisfying at first, but in this one, it just gives you a lot of variety, which is the one thing I really like. Now you see, talking about variety, instead of just going straight into the beat 'em up, there's a little mini-game boss, where basically this tank, and this is the other enemy I was talking about, throws crates at you. Some are on fire, some are not, and you're supposed to pick them up mid-air and throw it back at them. So it's a really fun game mechanic, and it really actually just brings the freshness to it. The first time I did this, I was like, wow, this is actually really different. And yeah, the lower his health goes, the harder he does become, so it isn't just, you know, this basic, you know, throwing. And if you do miss, you will get hurt and everything. So, luckily, it gives you a pretty generous grab range. Oh, I gotta heal.